What is up, you guys? It is your boy John here from Puma Plow. Welcome back to another Farming Simulator 19 video, this time on the Xbox One. Of course, guys, here on the flat map. How's everybody doing? I appreciate you guys clicking on the video. Welcome in. Welcome in. So, guys, I streamed this map last Saturday. You guys know the video came out yesterday. Yeah, so I streamed this map, and during the stream we decided to plant cotton. I'm not really sure why. Not really sure why. So Monday, which is yesterday for you guys, or today is I'm watching it still, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, but I still say it's Monday anyway. I decided while I was out for lunch I would start up a high-speed video. So basically I recorded forever, although I just discovered, I recorded for almost 2 hours. I did just discover that about an hour, no, about 45 minutes of that time, the controller, quote, went to sleep. Now, I find that funny because I have the controller plugged into the console, and I didn't realize the game would recognize that no inputs are being, you know, through the controller. But it totally recognized that, hey, I'm not there. Hey, dum-dum, give me some gum-gum. I'm not there. And, yeah, it kind of broke stuff. Kind of. It popped up a menu for like 20 minutes. Paused the game. So there's that. You notice the hour meter on this particular harvester is 0.1 hour. I'm actually running the game still. I was doing this afternoon. I recorded the Madison County video. I took a little break for dinner. I streamed, took a little break, and now it's 1 o'clock in the morning. And well, the map's been running for a while again tonight. I'm at 5.3 hours real time. Okay, 5.3 hours, and I'm over halfway done. I could have leased more than one harvester. Yes, I realize that. I probably should have. But I was just curious. I was just curious to see how long it would take with one harvester to do all of this. Honestly, I'm very interested in this. So I will let you guys know, or I'll probably keep that harvester around until I record the next video in this series. The next video will be a recorded one, not a live stream. But like I said, I will keep this harvester around till the next video. I'm hoping to get this done maybe tomorrow. I'll let it, I don't know when I'm gonna let it run, but apparently every like hour or something I have to move a button on there, or push a button, or move the joystick or something, otherwise it will think that I'm not here, which is, hey, Xbox, you're right. I'm just saying. So kind of interesting. I guess it got a little close to the BJ plant, as you noticed back there, just because like it turned around for no reason. So I'm assuming it got a little on the close side, but that's okay. And actually, before I filmed this video, I did go ahead and do another hay harvest. I did not need it all, so I ended up selling like 2.5 loads or something, and honestly they're not worth selling. They're only worth like 10k. It's not worth my time to cut hay anymore until we need it. So I may plant that field and crop, like actual croppage. I may not, I don't know. If you did not watch the live stream, the other thing we did besides deciding to plant cotton is I did all that plowing that we had talked about in previous videos. And I got schooled on the create field pack mod thingamabobber, where it turns like all the cultivators into plows, basically. So I have that now on the map. I do have that, and it was right in front of my face the whole time. I just didn't look at the title. Apparently, it says what it is. So I guess we'll be using that when we do our next plot. Whenever that is. As you guys can tell, we're down on our money quite a bit after buying. Oh, if you didn't watch the stream, we have new seeders, new tractors to pull said seeders, new cultivator, and a new cultivator tractor as well. So we bought 3 big old articulated challengers We bought two Great Plains, or not Great Plains, two Seed Hawks, biggest seeder in the game. And we bought a Flexicoil, the biggest cultivator in the game. So now we have the biggest sprayer, the biggest planters, the biggest cultivator, and we're not going to upgrade the combines to the bigger combines. The combines are fine. Oh, we have 3 combines now though. So if you guys didn't watch the stream, you missed a lot is what I'm trying to get at. We did a lot of stuff. We bought a lot of equipment. I did, excuse me, I had to yawn. I'm tired. I did sell the two smallest tractors, the little case tractors. We did go ahead and sell those. You can see the Challengers over there to the right. Did sell the small case tractors, by the way. I just figured it was time to move those on. We do still have our small hay equipment, of course, but you know, big tractor, small job, overkill's underrated kind of thing. I'm cool with it. So there's that. And really, I don't know how much hay I need to do for a while here. The other thing, honestly, I think we need to talk about, I think the achievements are broken. I'm pretty sure the achievements are broken because I put this map into multiplayer. At least that's what I'm thinking. So if you guys know if that's a thing or not, let me know in the comments below. I'm gonna guess they're broken because the animals, I don't know that I've bred 50 of an animal yet, but I would assume I'd be getting close, you know? I mean, I know I can't do the contract missions. I could, but they'd be brutal. That's for the next series, I guess, or the next, that's probably a stream map I'm gonna do that on. Actually, that'd be kind of fun for a stream, wouldn't it? Since I'm not going to do a Let's Play after I get done with this one in Madison County, I'm done with Let's Plays, but I'm going to have maps I stream. So instead of a single player Let's Play, it's going to be like a Let's Play, you know, like plural, all of us. Let's go play it. It'll be a long form, stream farm. That would actually be really cool. I want to do a map where I don't own any fields. Maybe one for like a homestead, quote unquote, a yard where like I park my equipment. But I want to do one where I don't own like anything. Maybe own equipment. Like as you get through, because then you're going to make more money on missions if you own your own equipment instead of leasing it with the mission every time. Although that would be fun at first because like you get to use a bunch of different equipment, you know? I think that could be really cool. It's like equipment choices that I would never pick out of the shop to go use, you actually get to use, which would be kind of fun, actually, not gonna lie. So there's that. I think that'd be a cool stream like thing to do. So eventually we'll get to that, eventually down the road somewhere. I don't know when, but yeah. Let's see the other thing. What else was I going to talk about today? Oh, we had snow. For those of you that don't know, we got snow. I think I talked about it during the Saturday stream, but like I said, if you didn't watch the whole stream back, we had snow here in St. Louis. First we had like 4 inches of rain. Some places around me got 7 inches of rain apparently, so that was fun. The main river near us, which I don't think is a secret to say if I say the Missouri River, I live in Missouri, guys. The Missouri River jumped like 10 feet overnight, basically, or like, 2 days, whatever. Jumped like 10 feet, which, it's a pretty good sized river. For it to jump 10 feet is it's a lot of water, so that is already crested and it's going down right now. And yeah, we went down to the river today and got to see that, and it's definitely up. It's definitely up, because like a week ago, like I said, 10-foot difference. It's already back down like probably 2.5, 3 feet. So it's still pretty up there, so it was pretty cool to see it and all that good stuff. Those farmers, if you guys are on my Instagram, you saw them ditching a while back. They put that big ditch in, and it's kind of a fight between two farmers, not gonna lie, between like a farmer and then a family of farmers, because there's like 3 brothers, and now the one brother's son has started farming with them. So there's like 4 of them in one family now that are farming. They're kind of in like a fight with another farmer, honestly. And I'm not going to say names or anything, but what I will say is the family wants the state to put a pipe in underneath the road so that they could drain. There's basically a water hole right next to the road that happens to be on the family's farm. And when it would rain real hard, the water would be on our highway, which obviously is dangerous. It's not good. So they went to the state and said, hey, can we put a pipe under the road? Meaning, hey, will you guys put a pipe under the road? The state, because it's a state road or state highway, whatever you want to call it, 2-lane, nothing fancy. They want the state to put a pipe under the road to drain water to the other side. Well, the farmers that are on the other side, I don't think they care. Because see, that farm drains. There's 2 pipes leading out of that field that it would be going into, which actually runs across the road again and back into the farmers that the family runs back into their field again, because there's like a turn in the road there basically. So they would be taking water from their own farm, going under the road to the neighbor's farm, under the road, back onto their own land. But the problem is it doesn't stop there. It keeps going. And it goes across another farmer's field before it ends up, or not a field, but through his ditch. He has like a whole system of ditches in his field. It goes through that. And then, by the way, this is right where it jumped to the other thing here. Well, I'm watching the video back in the editor as it's rendering or as it's playing. I guess it's playing, not rendering. It's struggling really hard to make that transition, but of course in the video it's fine. Basically, so it would go from their field under the road, across the neighbor, back onto their farm, or back to a different farm they own. And then it would run onto this other guy's property before it ends up in like this big drainage ditch thing that goes eventually out to the river. So the farmer, the single farmer here, he apparently knows somebody or is quite good friends with somebody at the state level. And because he is good friends with somebody at the state basically told those farmers, oh, we don't need a pipe there. It's fine. Don't worry about it. So long story long here, the farmers decided their farm is pretty good. You know, that's 100 acres or whatever. And then they actually rent ground right next door to that farm, the initial farm, the farm that has the water problems. They rent ground over there from my dad's cousin. Actually, that was old family ground from way back in the day. My family's ground, way back in the day. And my dad's cousin owns it, technically. I think actually technically 2 of his cousins own it. But anyway, the one cousin used to farm it, and he got tired of driving all the way down there because his farm is nowhere near that. Anyhoozles, so he rents it to this family of farmers. Obviously, we know them. Dad's grown up with them, whatever. Dad used to go to school with them when he was growing up. And yeah, so they decided to spend like 2 or 3 days. And if you guys saw it on my Instagram a while back, it was a giant ditcher behind a John Deere. And then they were out there with their Case Magnum and a dirt bucket, and they were moving dirt. Basically what they did is they cut a ditch to China, basically. And they used the dirt from the ditch to fill in at least 1, maybe 2 kind of low spots in fields. So you raise the low spots and you cut a ditch through the high spots, therefore you can drain your water. Well, they drain the water right to the highway. They drain the water to the low spot. They drain the water to the low spot right next to the highway. And so now if we get a little like, inch of rain, which is very common here in St. Louis, there's water on the road down there. So the other day when we got like 4 or 5 inches of rain, there was water running over the road. Normally it's just like, okay, it'll take like half to a quarter of 1 lane of the road, because the road has been overlaid over the years, and it's got a nice crown to it, we'll say. A nice crown to that road. So yeah, there was water running over the road for like 3 days. It's a lot of water. So it was running, like I said, for about 3 days over the road. And yeah, so eventually the state's gonna have to do something. The state is gonna have to put a pipe in if that like farmer guy doesn't want it, or like, you know, it's gonna have to get done, because somebody with a problem that's gonna happen. And actually right now, well, I don't know about this second, but Sunday when we were at the farm, there was not a sign out there from the state saying water over the road. So technically when you go out there and it's really cold at night, which of course it is here lately, it's been cold and it's going to get colder, that water can't drain, so it has to evaporate or soak in. Well, the ground's saturated, and we've had nothing but like cold and gray and super humid days, so the water's not evaporating. So the only way the water goes away right now is when cars go splashing through it. And of course they send a little more every time because they make little waves. They send a little more across the road, so it's draining over the road. Well, the state's gonna have to do something about that, because if you get, you know, a big slick icy spot there, somebody's gonna have an accident and get hurt. And then the state will be forced to do something, you know. So it's kind of interesting. It really wouldn't affect anything, because like I said, there's already like a system of ditches and culverts and everything in place downstream, let's say. So it really wouldn't hurt anything to put a little more water through that. And in the grand scheme of things, through the amount of acres that drain through that area, it would be like another drop in the bucket kind of thing, because you're only talking about 100, probably not even 100 acres, because they didn't like put ditches in their whole main farm. So you're only talking about 100 acres of runoff. And you know, during the summer there's not a lot of runoff. It's really just like right now, because the ground's saturated and it's not evaporating, plants aren't using it, so it's not going down in the soils are soaked up. So it's kind of interesting, and it makes you laugh, because I mean, we know it's there. Of course, anybody that travels through there on a regular basis is gonna know that it's there. But you know, you could see somebody that like a motorcycle there. We get a lot of motorcycles that go out for Sunday drives if it's nice, or Sunday ride, I should say. It's a motorcycle. Go out for a Sunday commute, Sunday ride, whatever. You go hit that on motorcycle, you're gonna have problems, you know. And especially if you're riding, say, on the right side of the lane and you're not paying attention, that water's like, I bet that water's like 6 inches deep on that side of the road. Like, you know, that road's got that much of a crown to it. So I don't know about, yeah, I bet it is 5 to 6 inches deep over there. So kind of interesting. And I can't wait to see how this one shakes out. I'm sure the state's going to put in a pipe eventually. I think they would be foolish not to. This water hole has been a problem for years and years and years, even long before the farmer started, you know, the ditch to put more water to it. It has been an issue, and they've lost crop there for years and years and years. And if they put a pipe in, they won't lose any more crop. But like I said, it's really not a drop, or it's not that much water on the other farmer's field either. So, you know, it would just run through the system and go out eventually, you know. And so it's kind of funny the way it's all shaken out, and I just hate to see if somebody is, I think it will happen. I think somebody will get hurt, and it's going to take somebody getting hurt for the state to step in and be like, all right, farmers, quit being farmers, and like, let's put a pipe in and make it, you know, get it done. So that's what I feel like is going to happen. Anyway, guys, we're nearing the end of this video. Like I said, this was 2 hours of footage, but with the little whoopsie in there, like 20-30 minutes where the controller kind of like turned off. So it's more like an hour and a half worth of footage. So I can't quite see what that hour meter says down there. It says something. I can't quite see it. It's a little pixelated on my screen, but that's just because I'm looking at it in the editing program. But I can tell you the Xbox is currently running. It's at 5.6 hours. And yeah, it's got a long way to go. It, it really does. It's got a long way to go here. I'm pausing the game right now on the real-time screen to see. I guess it's got about a third of the field to go. It's actually not as bad as I thought. So about a third of the field to go. This field is massive these days because I made it massive. Anyway, we're out of video. That means I need to quit talking. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And as always, the Zoodles.